Well, everyone, today is June 3rd, and it is June 3rd, 2022. June 3rd is kind of a special date for me. Uncle Irv's birthday is June 3rd, 1954. I've made many videos on Uncle Irv, technically my great uncle, but probably one of the coolest people that I only met a handful of times. Born on June 3rd, 1954, so he would have been 68 today. Unfortunately, he died in 2017, so he was, I believe, 63 or 4 because he died in January 25th, 2017. He was one of the coolest people you could meet. You know, he's very gentle, very quiet. Loved photography, loved music. I got my tie-dye shirt on for him with the guitar on it. He always loved tie-dye. Loved art. Inspired me to do a lot of art. Never made much money. Blew it all on pot a lot of the time. Cigarettes, you know, drove for Meals on Wheels, just made it by. But he had a passion for photography and music, and that was his life. He's also a hoarder. But I've made videos on him in the past. I visited his grave. What was it, back in March, and yeah, I miss him. Wish I could have gotten to know him a bit more because he died when I had just turned 11, because I turned 11 the previous October, so really wish I could have, would have been around longer. He should have been around longer. He had, he had leukemia, but that wasn't what killed him. He had pneumonia as well, and his lungs were weak. And, I've got, well, actually, I think I can show you if I have it. Being, of course, that one of his favorite things in life was music, he had a giant, and by that I mean dining room built-in china cabinet-sized collection of records. Here I have one special one. You can see my homemade. I went on this kick when I was younger. I took a bunch of old music books, cut them up, and made them into record sleeves. This record right here, which I haven't looked at in a long time. This is... let's find it. Side 1. This is Feets Don't Feel Me Now by Little Feat. I don't know which is the album and which is the producer from Warner Records. And I have this album here, kind of a special one that we saved, because this was the album that was lying in his record player when he basically called 911 because he couldn't breathe. So we presumed that because he died in the hospital, me and my father, we presumed that this was the last album he was listening to before he basically, had to go. It was sitting in the table, so, it was one we never got rid of. Never found the case for it either. I've never heard of this band. I think I've listened to it a few times. He loved blues music. He loved his Pink Floyd. He loved his Led Zeppelin. He loved his Fleetwood Mac, Deep Purple. Stuff like that. A little bit of Metallica probably, not as much heavy, but he was cool. Wish he could have been around longer. I hope he's watching this video. I hope, Irv, if there's a heaven, I hope you're watching this. I bet you are. I bet there is. What else? Well, I guess I'll just dedicate this part to Irv. I miss you, man. It's been 5 years now since you died, and I don't even remember when the last time I saw you was. It was probably a few months prior, maybe even a year. We were all very sad. Your sister was very upset. She's still around. She's still cool. Still love her to death. She loves you. I hope your parents are good. I hope heaven's nice. Hope you're meeting Jimi Hendrix and John Bonham and all your favorite musicians up there. I went by your old house. It looked the same. I went by your grave. I saw you then. That was the last time, really, I got to communicate with you. I haven't done drugs, so I guess you say, good job to me on that. But you didn't live to see the car, unfortunately. I'm sure you probably are saying, why the hell would you buy a piece of shit like that for? I mean, you had the Lumina, and that thing was, well, let's admit it, that thing had been on its last legs for about 200,000 miles. I don't know if name removed, but you know who I mean. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know if he still has it, but I'm sure it's probably in a junkyard somewhere if he doesn't. And we miss you. So I hope if there's a heaven you're enjoying it. I hope you're listening to music, and I hope you view this birthday well as you turn 68. And pretty soon on the 11th, you're I'm not going to say the name, but you know, my aunt, you know who that is. She's going to turn 47, I think, and your sister, she's going to be turning 76. It's pretty hard to believe. And Papa, he's still around. He ain't doing so good though. He's turning 79 in November. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. I miss you, Irv. I love you. We all love you, and I hope this video finds you well. Peace.
Dave, you need a light, one of those lights on?
No, I'm good.
You got enough?
I got low light, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's a pretty color.
Sweater.
Tell me.
Panasonic.
Panasonic.
Here,
Does that have like a hard drive in there?
It's a tape. It's a digital tape. So it's got a tape, but it's not like analog. It's digital.
So to transfer that
I plug it right into the computer,
Okay.
and then just dump it right onto the computer.
And you go onto a disc?
DVD. Yep.
Wow.
Speaking of which, I've got the video camera.
Hi, Daddy.
There's Papa, Uncle Irv.
I think I only got 2 shots left.
I have more film.
Oh, and we have digital.
Do you know how many pictures are on this?
But they usually have a couple extra.
Okay.
I didn't see the much.
Let's
We just want to do a quick picture for
a
everybody.
group picture, okay,
Alright.
because this is
Look at all this
unusual.
stuff.